unless I have believed to see the goodness of Yahweh. Wait on Yahweh and be of good courage, and He shall strengthen thine heart. Wait on Yahweh in the land.
All right, Proverbs 4, 1 through 7. Hear, you children, the instruction of a father, and attend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Good doctrine. Forsake you not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let your heart do what? Retain. When we're going over today, you're going to have to make sure you retain. Retain the law. Retain the good doctrine that we're being given. Retain my words. Keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom. Get understanding. Forget it not. Neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve you. Love her, wisdom, and she shall keep you. Wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all you're getting, get understanding. I'm going here first because you want to retain. This is good doctrine. No one will deny that it is good doctrine that we're being taught in this ministry. And you get the wisdom. To me, that's an action. You want the wisdom, you go get it. You don't just sit on your ass and wait for somebody to download it. Wait for the Most High Yah to download it like a thumb drive into you. You have to truly desire.
Yep, that's true.
To want wisdom. And you have to work to retain wisdom.
Yes.
Please mark these words, okay? Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Trust in Yahweh. Yes, trust in Yahweh with all your heart. And lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths.
Hallelujah.
Lean not on your own understanding. See the passage beforehand. Look at all them action words that was in it. I'm sorry, man, but your own understanding, your own will, your own way is not going to get you anywhere. It just ain't going to get you anywhere. So with the two proverbs we just went over, okay, I want those two to sink deep down going forward in this message, because you're really going to have to retain, and you're really going to want. You need to believe actually as well that this is good doctrine.
Yes, sir.
If you believe it's good doctrine, and you want to really hold it to your heart, you're going to use it. Don't let it go on one ear after the other. Just like I said on the potter, don't let it go in to your vessel and leak right on out. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Because we're going to go over, all right? We're going to go over the relationship between gluttony and rejection. Now, we sort of know what gluttony already is, but do we? Now, gluttony, most folks look at gluttony as someone who overeats, right? Or a person who's has an unsatiated appetite. You know what I'm saying? And as I was studying gluttony, it goes a lot deeper than just eating. And I know some folks are thinking like, oh yeah, you can lust for a lot of things, right? You could be a glutton for a whole lot of things. People could be glutton for drinking, glutton for whatever, not just food, right? Yeah, but it goes even deeper than that. You know what I mean? And some of it, not everything, but a lot of it, gluttony and rejection kind of work hand in hand. And we're gonna go with it. Hallelujah. Now, so Rock 31, that tells you right there in 3 sections of that chapter. Okay, it speaks of temperance and moderation in a few areas. Temperance in riches, moderation in eating, moderation in wine. everything. I'm not going to go into the chapter, but it's just that chapter, read it yourself when you get yourself a chance. It really lets you know at the end of the day, you got to have a balance with everything. Because Yahweh hates a false balance. Okay? He hates a false balance, but he loves just weights. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Just weights and balances. So everything we indulge in, even spiritually, man, you got to have a real true balance. Let me give you an example of having a real true balance spiritually. Anybody can acknowledge the word. Anybody can say it's the truth. But man, how do I know, Brother Terrence, that the truth is, that you really believe that it's true? You walk it out, huh? So how would you feel, my brother, if I receive some truth and you never seen me walk it out? How much confidence would you have in me?
Not much.
Not much, huh? You really wouldn't have much confidence in me because I don't have a just balance. Oh, I'll tell you all day, and I could probably even quote it. Oh, yeah, that says this, and that says that, and then you're looking at my outward appearance, and you don't see the fruit of it, though. That is an imbalance. And there's been people for years in this ministry with an imbalance. But it's because they're in agreement with whatever spirit is keeping them unbalanced.
That's right.
They're in agreement with it.
Yes.
All the devil need is a agreement.
Yes.
He has legal ground. And the worst part about it is if you sit there and dwell in that spirit too long, you really do believe it's you. Yes, you do. You believe it's you. Especially when you test it. And there's a lot of folk in here that fails the test all the time.
Yeah.
A situation come up, offended by a brother or mad at what somebody said, but you really didn't weigh it in the balance though. See, I've learned to sit there and take what people say, even if it's about me, weigh it in the balance. Is this shit true? You know what? I probably do act like that. Hey, brother, you right. I'm gonna fix that shit. I'm gonna fix that. See, that's a good balance there. Instead of sitting there getting all offended, because now you opening doors and Legion may sit there and fly off in you.
Yeah. True.
Deacon Gorman, can you get Deuteronomy 21?
Yes, sir.
18 through 21. Brother CT, can you get Proverbs 23, verse 21? And Deep, whenever you got it, you can go ahead and start it. Hallelujah. Deuteronomy 21, 18 through 21.
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city, of his city, and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton. And a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Hear and fear. Now, mind you, think about this. He's a glutton. He's a drunkard. That was stoning. So I thought to myself, I mean, okay, it can't just be because he just eating too much, is it? Or can it be? Or is he drinking too much? Or can it be? It could be a little bit deeper than that. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go ahead and dig into it.
Yes, sir.
Brother Chris, Proverbs 23, 21.
For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty.
To poverty. Keep that word poverty in your mind. Think about it. The glutton and the drunkard will come to poverty. Right? So, again, I was looking at this one. I was just like, okay, he's coming to poverty. I can see a drunkard, because a drunkard probably ain't really handling his business properly. You know, I can see a glutton, maybe they're just too satiated. They call that word satiated. You know what I'm saying? It's like a unbridled appetite, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, gotta go deeper than that, so I kept on studying it. Proceed.
And drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags.
Now, mind you, you eat a whole bunch, you ain't gonna wake up energized. You're gonna wake up tired as hell.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That drowsiness. I probably should have went into Sirach 31. We probably still will. You know what I mean? Just to hit that part, because it does tell you that. You know what I mean? So gluttony. You heard what Deacon read in Deuteronomy 21. You heard what Brother CT and read in Proverbs 23. Both of them cover gluttony, and that's really one of the only two places you really see it in the Old Testament. But you see it all over the place in other words. So gluttony. It's not just overeating and everything. Gluttony, H2151, to be vile. To be vile, and you can be vile in many different ways. To be light. Now this is where I start understanding more of what this son that got stoned or this man that's going to poverty was into. To make light of. Worthless, insignificant, unimportant, trifling. Too small to be important. To be lavish with. Now mind you, growing up I used to hear rappers talking about I'm living the lavish life. I used to think that meant just riches and stuff, but and to a degree it does. And I went behind lavish, it does mean, you know, people that's, you know, got a bunch of riches and stuff, but I thought they were lying when I learned this word, but then I realized they were telling the truth because it's being wasteful. Lavish, Strong's, H2107, to be cheap, of little value, lightly esteemed. Wasteful. To be wasteful and lightly esteemed. When I used to see these guys in entertainment and everything, they would always talk about how much money they're spending, just ferociously spending. No investing, no setting up nothing for the children, nothing with substance whatsoever at all. It was just carefree. They just seen their life as cheap. So people who have an imbalance in Israel, they're actually, whether they say it or not, is viewing their life as cheap. Wasting time. Wasting time. You are lavish as hell if you just wasting all this time. You had all this time to get better in this particular area. All this time to get better in that particular area. But you continue to be a repeat offender. You continue to do the same old shit. And you continue to keep on being lavish and wasting time. And you wonder why the wheat grow with the tares.
That's true.
And you wonder, because there's going to be some folks who are going to be rising on the scale. And folks are going to be just slam stagnant. They don't reach their ceiling. And when they reach that ceiling, that's as far as they're going. Don't expect nothing more of them. Don't expect nothing less of them. Or sometimes you can expect more or less than expect less than more. But when they stagnant like that, that is a complete imbalance.
Yes, sir.
Period. Lavish, of little value, cheap. Here's an example. Deacon, Hebrews 12, 14 through 17. And I'll get Proverbs 1, 20 through 31. Hallelujah.
All right.
Whenever you got it, Deacon.
Follow peace with all men.
Follow peace with all men. Peace with all men. Come on.
And holiness, without which no man shall see the master. Looking diligently, lest any man fall of the grace of Yah, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person, as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Sold his birthright. He was lavish, man. You know why? His birthrights were cheap to him. His birthright was of little value. His birthright was lightly esteemed, wasn't it, Dick?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, sir.
And obviously he was wasting it because my belly is growling. I don't make light of something that's supposed to be cherished.
Yes, sir.
Was that it?
One more.
Come on.
For you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
With tears. Y'all heard that word in there, didn't y'all? He was what? Rejected. Is that what it said, Dick?
Yes, sir.
He was rejected. Wait a minute. He was a glutton. Obviously had a vile attitude. He made light of his birthright. It was worthless to him. Unimportant.
There we go.
Lavish. Wasteful. And because he's wasting all this damn time, at the end of the day, what happened? He got rejected. Oh, shit. The relationship between gluttony and rejection.
There we go.
And I'm talking about rejection more than just being rejected, but actually sitting here and allowing rejection to rub your shoulders and console with you, love on you. It don't matter what she said. It don't matter what he said. I'm here with you. I'll love on you. And what it's going to do? Make you produce nothing. You ain't going to produce a damn thing. Because it's too unimportant for you to produce anything. Most folks sitting here in Israel like, I'm already here. Why do I have to continue to increase? But you look at PastorDowell learning every day. And he the face of the ministry.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So that was lavish of little value. We seen that Esau saw that as little value, but now I'm going to give y'all an example of making something light, okay, with Proverbs 1, 20 through 22. It's really through 31. We'll take a break in between it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Proverbs 1, 20 through 22. Wisdom. Listen to this. Wisdom cries out. She utters her voice in the streets. She cries in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates in the city, she utters her words, saying, how long? Hey, how long will you simple ones? Will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Again, a fool ain't gonna tell you he hate knowledge, because a fool can acknowledge just as much knowledge as you can acknowledge. Yes, he can. All you gotta do is look at the 10 virgins. 5 wise, 5 foolish, right?
Yes, sir.
It wasn't that they all was foolish or they all was wise. It's just a simple fact that, yes, you got 10 virgins. And the ones that were foolish wasn't foolish just because they wanted to be foolish. They had the same information that the wise did.
Yes.
The problem was they didn't apply it.
That's right.
See, they ain't dumb. They know it takes oil to get in the lamp.
Yes.
They know it takes oil to make it last. They know they got a bridegroom coming soon. They know this information. They know exactly what the wise know. But what the wise do was applied.
Yes.
They applied the knowledge.
There we go.
So, simple ones. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? Meditate on that for a second. Love simplicity. You showing me that you love simplicity when you can't come up. Yeah, sure, a simple person won't admit that they love simplicity, but because you keep on marinating in it, and because you keep on submerging yourself in this simplicity, you are showing that you love simplicity because you are not trying to get out of that quicksand pit of hell.
There we go.
You want to stay there. You feel good there. Why? Because you're in agreement. Yeah. You are in agreement with this spirit that got you sinking. But you're okay with that. Hey, you are. You're comfortable. And when somebody's comfortable, man, they don't want to get woken up.
No, sir. That's it.
Somebody trying to turn a light on in your head, you like, turn them off. Turn the light back off, man. Shit. I'm trying to stay asleep.
Yeah.
You know what that is, right? You get rebuked, you get reproved, you take it as an attack. Somebody trying to stop you from being derailed. And you don't want to be derailed. I want to continue off this cliff. I know what the end is. I don't give a shit. I could have stayed on the rail. Yeah, I could have. Oh, yeah, I can repeat to you that Romans chapter 1 going into chapter 2 tells me you have no excuse, old vain man. No excuse. Nobody has an excuse. But you'll make up an excuse.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you'll make up an excuse.
Yep.
And fools hate knowledge. Because they ain't applying it.
Yep. That's right.
So let's talk about this simple. And simple goes pretty damn deep, man. Simple. Simplicity. H6612. The Brown Driver Briggs is simple as substantive concrete. Can we say hard-headed? Can we say stubborn? Man. Substantive as simple as substantive concrete. You know, some people are so rejected and so much of gluttons that they don't want to hear nobody tell them about themselves. They build a wall so thick that not only can you not penetrate through it, but they can't even get wisdom to penetrate through that wall. Mm-hmm. How you gonna get wisdom to penetrate through a wall that don't want to receive it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Simple, lacking good sense. You lack good sense? I'm going to tell you though, the type of folks that lack good sense. When they get a good word, okay, a real good word, something that can literally save their soul. Mm-hmm. They good for a day or two, maybe even a week. And next week, oh, that shit went out their head. Mm-hmm. Completely out of their head. Mm-hmm. This was something else here. When you're simple, you're also easily enticed, easily misled, easy to go back. Somebody can tell you anything. Mm-hmm. Believing every word. I put in that parentheses, no discernment. Yep. Yep. Believing every word. Sisters got this bad. Especially when they sing them. A joker can walk up and say any damn thing. Yep. Get that attention. Once they get that attention, easily enticed, easily misled, easy to go back. It's true. In the dictionary, listen to this. Lack of mental acuteness. Mm-hmm. Acuteness is a fact, quality, or degree of being serious or critical. I got something for that. The quality of being sharp or penetrating in intellect or insight. Now remember a minute ago I told you how some people who are so rejected and so gluttonous they build up walls you can't even penetrate it. They don't have that mental acuteness. Because the acuteness of that is being able to be sharp and penetrating in intellect. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that stuff too. More logic. In the 1828 Webster, the state of not being complex. I'm sorry, man. You come to this ministry's complex.
Yes.
This is a complex ministry because we get fed so much and so well.
Yes, sir.
Listen to this. Weakness. Weakness of intellect. Silliness. I'm sure somebody in here, everybody in here knows somebody who's silly as hell. Stay silly. Never serious. You can't get a good word out of him. Can't get a good word out of her. Can't get edified by him. Can't get edified by her. You know what I'm saying? Then what you got there? Got somebody who got an imbalance, huh? Yep. And the sad part about it is, just like I said on the last teaching, man, you know, you want to go ahead and edify them, right? You be the edifier. Don't get me wrong. Just like Yahweh has mercy, you know, his mercy can run out when you being a fool. Yeah. So just like somebody trying to help you, and you're not showing forth the fruit of that help and the advice they gave you, they're gonna end up backing off and be like, you know what? What am I gonna do? If Yahweh's not opening up their mind to hear what I'm giving them, they don't want it. Or maybe they're just too far gone. Or maybe they just have become one with that spirit. Simplicity is bad. I know the translation sounds good. How you simple ones? They don't say you stupid ass or nothing like that. No. You simple ones. But when you go behind the definitions and stuff like that, man, that's some frightening stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to sit there and not only be lacking of the mental acuteness, man, but I want to go greater in that. Yeah. I want to be able to be intellectual. I want to be able to speak to somebody and they want to eat off my tree for a long period of time. I want that. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I've used Deacon before. I'm like, I can eat off it. Me and Deacon talk all day long. Mm-hmm. Talk about y'all all day long. Mm-hmm. Stocks, whatever. But I can eat off that tree all day long. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Just saying. And many of y'all, I'm sure. We're going to continue in Proverbs. Hallelujah. Proverbs 1:23 through 31. We're going to finish that. So, are you going to stay simple, y'all? Are you going to still stay in simplicity? No. Are you going to sit there and lack the mental acuteness? Huh? Are you going to stay within that wicked spirit, or are you going to turn in my reproof? Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and you refused. You refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But you have set it not all my counsel. How much counsel have any of y'all gotten that you said it not? because of the person who told it to you. Several times, huh?
Yeah.
Huh, Christian?
Yeah.
Takes a man to admit it now.
Yes, it does.
I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Can't take the counsel. Now, mind you, everybody's talking about, oh, you know, when Yah tells me or when I feel it in the spirit, man, Yah may send somebody there to you to tell you. And it may be somebody you don't favor much.
There you go.
So as soon as you send somebody that you don't favor much or that you don't have a good relationship with, and they tell you something, your ass is already off your rocker because it's not necessarily about the message itself, it's about the person who's giving it. So your feelings get erupted. And all of a sudden you looking at who that is, although we don't fight against flesh and blood. You looking at who that is and not what they saying. You're not looking at the truth they telling you, you looking at that face. Yep. They hurt me before. I can't hear him. She hurt me before. I can't hear her. Oh, she came to me. She told me this, but she may be trying to save your damn soul.
Yeah.
Yo.
Now, we're going to be on the same community. We can't have that division, can we? Oh. Okay. Everybody should have an atmosphere conducive enough for any of us to go to you.
Yes, sir.
That's how it should be.
Yes, sir.
Good word.
But you said it not on my counsel, and with none of my reproof. Reproof is actually a lot of rebuke. After I look behind it, hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
I also, this is Yah. Now, I'm sorry, I don't want this. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes. When your fear comes as a desolation and your destruction comes as a whirlwind, and when your distress and anguish comes upon you, then you're going to want to call upon me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yah. It shouldn't matter how that person's face look. If you fear Yah, you're going to hear him. You're going to give him a little bit of place.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to help your ass. Because you sure ain't trying to help your ass. Just saying. Just saying. I make it a point to treat everybody the same. I'm telling y'all, I try my best because I know respect of persons is sin. I know that. So I try my best to treat everybody across the board the same. Don't get me wrong. Double honor for the anointed. Don't get me wrong. But I try to treat, and not to mention, I give credit where credit is due. Yes, I do. Because people don't understand, man. We are people. We are human. We are coming out of this world, correct?
Yes, sir.
So since we're coming out of this world, sometimes giving somebody an accolade or two is a moral thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Christian may say something that really did press me in the heart. Like, don't you think it'll make Christian feel good for me to go to him and say, brother, man, what you said yesterday really did touch me, brother. Appreciate that, man. What's that going to do for him? What's that going to do for him? It's going to encourage him.
Hallelujah.
I work hard to give credit where it's due. Man, if deacon or elder or any of you brothers say something, man, I'm like, you know what, man, I like that. That's not a bad, I'm going to consider it. Even if it's a bad idea, I'll consider it. Oh, yeah, I'll consider it. And then I'm going to come to you in meekness and say, you know, brother, I don't know about that idea no more. You know what I'm saying? It sounds good, but, you know, we're going to go this way. Okay, hallelujah. Glory to the King. At least we had a good dialogue.
Yes, sir.
At least we was able to come to a common ground.
Yep.
But you know what you really did? You left Satan out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
Because once Satan get inside of it, guess what? He poking at one of y'all at. He gonna poke at one of y'all.
Straight up.
I'm just letting you know. But they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They would none of my counsel. They despised all of my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. I don't want to be left to my own devices, because without his spirit, I don't know what kind of devices those will be. And I don't want to end up returning because now I've seen this good thing. And when you know damn well when you come to this good thing and you don't escape those issues of the world, man, you go right back to that mess, you're going to end up worse than you was in the beginning. I don't want to be left to myself, man. I'm sorry.
That's true.
That's why I need y'all.
Yes, sir.
Huh? I ain't perfect, man. I'm going to try my best to be and try to walk in the perfection, but I'm not there. I need y'all. I need y'all to help me. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example of that. I told young Caleb over there. Gave him one of my basses. I said, Caleb, man, remind me to tune my guitar, man. I need to get back on my bass, man. You know what that brother did, huh? Reminded me. Oh, Brother Greg, and he actually left it for me. Left that tuner. Okay, I get busy, you know what I'm saying? I get busy with the business, I get busy with the family, I get busy with all this stuff. Next thing you know, we upstairs chilling. Kalo go, you tune your bass yet? I'm like, nah, man. Nah, man, shoot. Sorry, bro. I felt like plumb shit, though. I said, boy, that youngster right, man. How quick, man, that balance got kind of a little slighted, man. Just a little bit, huh? I said, boy, I got to break that back out, man. But shoot, I tell you. But anyway, I tell you, man. Filled with their own devices, man. I don't want to be left to. That's why I need y'all. That's why we need each other. Hallelujah. Yes, sir. We definitely need each other, man. We can't sit there and mess around like this. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Y'all probably like, well, when is Gluttony Rejection coming up? It's coming. Rejection. Come on. Now, rejection, of course, to throw away as anything useless or vile. There go that word vile again. To cast off, to forsake, to refuse, to receive, to slight. That's kind of like disrespecting somebody, you know what I'm saying? Just slight them, you know what I mean? To despise. And they've got some scripture references, of course, because you have rejected knowledge, I will reject you. Hosea 4, 1 Samuel 15, 23. Everybody knows that one. You know what I'm saying? Now that one right there has been repeated all across the board, man. To refuse to grant as to reject a prayer or request. To refuse to accept, the biggest one. To refuse to accept as to reject an offer. Man, you offer somebody something, man, and they reject it. I mean, even if it's something small, you kind of feel some kind of way. Like, oh, man, you didn't want that? I know the sisters are serving a brother, and they serve that brother this here food, and he didn't really like it that much. I mean, all he did was tell you the truth and need a little more salt. Don't take it the wrong way. I'd rather people be honest with me about myself. Please give me constructive criticism. It's gonna hurt, but I finally I built up enough confidence to sit there and really receive the impact. Receive the impact, but then take that impact and look at that shit and be like, okay, because I know thoughts gonna come, right? Then you gotta pull the 2 Corinthians 10. I'm gonna take this thought, bring it into subjection to the obedience of Christ Jesus, and cast down these imaginations. Hallelujah. Then the best thing to do is go to your brother or your sister and thank them. Well, that really kill the devil. Damn. They'll be like, nah, I'm gonna have that joke, man. That's why I like seeing Carell and Zasha at home, man. They something else. Boy, they something else. Carell's like, Zasha, no, you dead wrong for that. Zasha like, damn it, you right. I am wrong. Zasha will go cool off real quick, come right back. Thank you, sister, I love you. Forgive me. And now my sister's funny, I'm gonna be blunt. Forgive me for being a bitch. Hallelujah. That's how they talk to each other, man. At the house. And girls will be like, it's okay, sis. It's alright.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's okay. Then Korea will come downstairs. Master, what's up? Sasha loves me. I know she loves me. I say, I'm glad y'all love each other. And then when they both jacked up, here come Lucille. Okay, sister. Come on. Carell, no, that wasn't right. Sasha, no, you were wrong. Like an older sister looking out for the little sisters, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta love it.
So we done looked at gluttony. We done seen more of gluttony rather than just eating a whole lot, right? Seeing how gluttony can make you lavish and think of everything as a lightweight thing, as something that's of none effect, of something that's of unimportance, right? Well, we're gonna look at some correlations between these, huh? We can look at how rejection and how it can feed gluttony. We can look at gluttony, how it can feed rejection. Didn't think about it like that, had you? Since you're so rejected, what do you do to mask it? Do you resort to gluttony and unnecessary gormandizing, which is excessive eating? Comfort foods, Oh, somebody may have told you, damn, that plate too big, man. What's your problem? Ain't you trying to drop a pound or two? Oh, I ain't nothing this morning. Hey, I hear you. I'm telling you, man. I've heard of sisters sitting there checking other sisters, man. That plate too big. Sis, what are you doing? They don't like the shit. But still, at the same time, they're trying to help your butt out.
Yeah.
But you're so rejected that you resort to that gluttony because you're covering up that, you masking that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's your escape. There you go. So rejected that you sit in front of video games. Maybe you got somebody like that. You sit in front of video games and waste away. You know, you go to a virtual reality to get away from your reality that you created.
Ooh, yeah. Straight up.
Shit, you created that. You created that reality. But hey, I got company in video games. The word can wait.
Yes.
And video games is important. I gotta get to the next level. That's why I don't play adventure games and stuff, man. I play fighting games. I play 1 round or 2. I turn the sucker off. Some folks want to mask it by going to excessive drinking, man. Can't wait to see the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah.
Huh? Or the bottom of the glass. And they show you how jolly they are for that moment, but then when they get home, they're dealing with the same reality that they created.
Yep.
Just temporary shit, man. You see how you being rejected can resort to gluttony?
Yeah.
You could be gluttony to play video games all day. You can.
Oh, yeah.
I heard all about this because my shy was the one that got delivered from Xbox. Believe it or not, Carell was a homebody and a video game junkie. Carell, how many hours you play video games?
When I wasn't working, I spent all day.
When she wasn't working, she spent all day on video. Hours upon hours, huh?
Sir?
Hours upon hours, huh?
Yes, sir.
Guess what, y'all? We got an Xbox in the room. That's like been collecting dust since I married her. Shit, something else. Now, something I don't have on the bullets up here, but I thought about as I was on the way over here, actually. There are other ways people can mask that rejection, even if it ain't being gluttonous. I just want to make sure I put this in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? People's excessive laughter.
Yes.
Everything's a
Yes.
joke. You know what I'm saying? You remember. And mind you, I know it doesn't sound like gluttony, but I'm bringing it right back into gluttony. You know why? Gluttony is making things, is lavish and making things light, right?
Yeah.
So you know you in a situation, you know you got issues, you know you got troubles, you know you got problems, you know you got things you need to fix, you know you got an imbalance. But in order to mask that damn rejection up, your ass is going to go ahead and be a glutton in the area of being lavish and making light of everything. And everything's a joke and everything's laughing. And every time somebody look at you, you're laughing and you smile. All you got to do is look at Will Smith.
Yeah. Man. Straight up. Right there.
Let me tell you why. I didn't make this up. I heard an old man say this on YouTube. I thought it was good. Because he was talking about Will.
Yeah.
He said the funniest people are the ones that got more trouble in their life.
Oh, yeah.
They trying to mask it up. He was talking about rejection right there. I was just like, oh, we. Now, Will done got a lot of crap going on in his life, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he masked it by what? Making jokes and making people laugh. So you can have excessive laughter and never taking things serious. You know what I'm saying? In the definitions we were looking at earlier, it even had silliness in there. When we were talking about being simple. Simple even had silliness in there. You got people who are over silly. They're more silly than serious.
Yeah.
And you can get a laugh out of them before you can get the word out of them.
Yeah.
That's an imbalance.
Yeah.
Once again, Yahweh hates a false balance. Say it again. Yahweh hates a false balance. Why do you stay false? Why? The hell for? Don't make sense. Don't make sense, man. So we're going to flip it. How gluttony, before I go off that one, off the top one, just hit my head. I love listening to old men. They got a lot of wisdom. Not every old man, but a lot of old men do. And the last thing that people use to mask gluttony in their mouth, listen to this, okay? I want y'all to hear this real clear. Let me get your undivided attention. When I heard this, I told him, I said, I'm coining that. Oh, I'm taking that to the bank. I was a shell. Me and this other brother was working around each other. We were both working together, and this older man was trying to teach us how to do the job. I was more quiet, but I was paying attention. And as I was paying attention on these transmitters and the radio waves and stuff like that you have to learn about it, I was really applying this stuff, man. But this dude was just talking as if he knew everything, and he just talking and talking and talking and talking. Just wouldn't shut up. And not to mention, everything he was saying didn't have any substance whatsoever at all, but the old man didn't really say much. He let this dude keep blabbing on. He let this dude keep laughing on. He let this dude just continue to run his mouth. You know what he did? You know what he did? He came to me. He goes, "Hey, Gregory." I guess, sir. He goes, "Hey, man, empty carriages make the most noise." Meditate.
Yeah.
Empty carriages make the most noise. He may be making a bunch of noise, Brother Greg. Oh, he didn't say Brother Greg, of course. He may be making a bunch of noise, Greg, to make himself seem like he's over you and everything, but I'm older than him, and I understand. I can see it. He's loud as shit, but everything he's saying is empty words. Empty carriages make the most noise. So when you're a rejected-ass person, you got to keep on, "Oh, girl, this," or, "Oh, brother," you got to keep on going, man. Keep on joking around and stuff like that. Nobody going to take you serious.
Yeah, life of party. Yeah.
Over time, everybody look at you like, again, man, that's just her.
Yeah.
That's just him.
Yeah. That's true. Straight up.
Ain't no more talking to you now. Too damn goofy.
Yep. Yeah.
Such a sum of you. Everything's a goof troop. Everything is a hey, he, ha, ha. Nothing serious, man. When you can't get nobody to take you serious, you can't get mad when you finally get serious, and now all of a sudden they don't take you serious, and you're like, "Well, I'm being serious." Oh hell, I couldn't tell. Shit, you ain't serious any other time. That's probably why you're in the state you in now. Maybe if you can take some instruction, maybe if you can take some reproof, maybe if you don't see everything as an attack, you may get better.
Yes, sir.
You may get better. Now we can flip it. You got gluttony that can feed rejection. What are you gluttonous for? What are you greedy for? To be lifted up by man? You need accolades? Sister's got that bad too. In the kitchen. It's a damn shame, man. Let me tell y'all something real quick. It just hit my head real fast before I go on. It's a damn shame, man, when a woman, I don't give a shit if she's single or not. It's a damn shame when a woman gets so comfortable with married men. "Oh, did you eat my food? Did you like it?" That don't make no damn sense. How much respect you got for your sister then?
Yeah.
Obviously none. I just think that's something I can't tolerate. I saw it once. I'm gonna wait to see it again. If I see it again, I'm gonna sit there and call it out. Real talk. That don't make no sense. A woman, especially single, but I'm gonna take that back. Especially married.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially married, shouldn't be that comfortable with other women's husbands or even single brothers. And then single women, that don't make you look good enough to be chosen.
Yeah.
No, it don't. It makes you look pretty bad. And a brother with some discernment on his ass to see you comfortable with every brother that come walking around, they ain't gonna choose you. They gonna be like, "Nah, she too comfortable with him. She too comfortable with him. She too comfortable with him, and she laugh and talk with him, and laugh and talk with him too." Yeah, you can keep her. Just saying. Just saying. So, what are you gluttonous for? To be lifted up by man. So how does this feed rejection? When you want to be lifted up by man, you want all the accolades, or maybe one of the sisters cooks something real good, and they want to hear everybody word, like, you know. But if you don't hear what you want to hear, are you gonna feel rejected? Bye. Or what if somebody give you some constructive criticism? Oh, this could have been done a little better. It just could have been done better, sis. I mean, I like it, but I mean, maybe if you do this, or maybe another sister can be like, "Well, hey, you need to do that." You know. No, it's worse whenever a sister's telling a sister though, because you can't tell her nothing. I've been making this for years. You can't tell me this. You can't tell me that. All that rejection done built up to now you build a resistance to that sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just saying. What are you gluttonous for? What are you greedy for? Is it revenge? He hurt me before. She hurt me before. So, what you want to do is sit there and make sure that, and you looking for any little thing to catch their ass because you want them to feel exactly how you felt. You want them to feel the same pain you felt, the same pain they supposedly gave you. But then when you don't see nothing happening to them, now you feel all rejected. Like, how could they get away with this? Why didn't they feel this too? Why didn't y'all repay them recompense? Shit. What are you gluttonous for? Riches? Now again, back in Sirach 31, in the first stanza, it tells you about the riches and what you should do when you got riches. You know, giving the alms and, you know, they're rich folk. Let's take Kabir, right? He's giving.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Giving. Got people living in that home.
Yes.
Looking for land. See, that's a man that's well off, that's doing the work. Huh?
Yes.
That's a good example of that. But what if you're a person that's greedy for riches and you trying to guard your riches and stuff like that, and you're not giving to folks, you're not giving alms and everything, you're not paying tithes, you're not doing these things and stuff, people gonna start looking at you kind of sideways. And then when they do, you're gonna wonder why. You're gonna wonder why. Well, what's wrong with me? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Just saying. Now this is one I like a lot. What are you gluttonous for? Are you gluttonous for power or position? Oh yeah, I've dealt with several brothers like this. So gluttonous for power, so gluttonous for position, they'll put their best foot out in front of Shepherd, trying to be noticed, because you rejected his hell. Trying to be noticed, trying to sit there and win a favor with one of the leadership. Next thing you know, when the leadership don't look on you, you feel rejected. Leadership ain't looking at you for something that they can choose you for, to use you for, but then you out there putting yourself out there. Oh, use me. Use me. Some jokes like some brothers like to quote the prophets. Here am I. Send down me. So that gluttony for position, that gluttony for power, they end up rejected because they're not getting exactly what they think they need to be. They need to be. You had jokers in this ministry, real talk. When Deep, you my witness. When Elder Mitchell was getting ordained, me and Deacon was on opposite sides of the tabernacle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
They had a joke in there that was envious because he figured that it was supposed to be him that had the oil put on his head. Guess what? Elder Mitchell sitting there getting on his head. Deacon's on this side of the tabernacle just like this. I'm on the other side of the tabernacle just like that because me and Deacon and Elder at the same time all had screeching headaches, man. I'm talking, we had bad headaches for all of us.
True. Wow.
Am I lying, Deacon?
No, you're not. It's true.
Deke's on one side, I'm on the other. And guess what? From sitting from my side, I don't know what Deke saw on his side, but sitting from my side of the tabernacle, I finally looked directly at the person that was actually having a meltdown. And when I seen him, he's staring at my brother like this.
Wow.
Had a look like he wanted to just jump up and do something. He probably would have jumped up and done something had he not known that everybody in there armed. But my brother's getting the oil poured on his head, getting ordained, Elder Mitchell, and Elder Mitchell got ordained with Elder Felix. But that man was staring at Elder Mitchell. Probably because he was older than Elder Mitchell, thought he should be an elder in the ministry and everything. And next thing you know, since it wasn't him that was standing up before, because he is a gluttonous for power and has a gluttony for position, he can't even sit there and love his brother that Yahweh had chose to do. Deep got a headache on this side. I got a headache on that side. Elder Mitchell getting ordained with a headache. It's obvious us three loved each other, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was simultaneous.
Sir.
Just like that.
Yep.
Having a good time at the feast, and as soon as you said, where's Elder Mitchell and his family?
Yep.
And they come walking up, you get a headache. I get a headache.
Yep.
Elder Mitchell sitting like this, and I know my brother too well. I know his faces when he get headaches, because he used to suffer with migraines. And man, when he sat there and that oil was getting poured on him, his forehead was cringing, his eyes was cringing. That's not normally how a man getting ordained looks. And I was like, man, I got a headache too, but man, what's going on with him? And so I asked him afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I asked him. But I wanted to break that spirit that was sitting across the damn thing. So what I did, I stood up on a chair. Stood up on a chair. I said, that's my brother!
Hallelujah.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
I screamed that shit out quick.
Yeah.
I want that sucker to know. I see you. You think that's supposed to be you. Crazy. Yo, gluttonous ass. You a glutton You a glutton for power. You a glutton for position. That's what you want. And you such a glutton for that shit, you can't even sit there and be happy for a man that Yahweh chose. Pastor didn't choose him.
Come on.
Yahweh did.
Come on.
Yahweh chose thee. Yahweh chose Shepherd.
Oh, yes. Hallelujah.
Yahweh chose Pastor Corey.
Yes, sir.
Bet you there's some jealous folks when that happened.
Oh,
He ain't been in the ministry long enough. How he already the pastor? Who the hell are you? Better shut your ass up. Otherwise you find yourself fighting against Yah.
yes.
Better shut up.
Straight up.
Freaking jackleg. Y'all getting how this gluttony and this rejection can work and play each other? All up in you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All up and through you?
Yes.
Making love to you?
Yeah.
Massaging your shoulders? Because you love it so much that you don't even want to get rid of it because you're too afraid to do something. Or it's a damn shame. I hope y'all getting it.
Yes, sir.
Anybody confused?
No, sir.
Glory to the King. Come on, let's move. Your correlations, huh? James 1:5-8, RSV. I did this in the RSV, okay? If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yah, who gives to all men generously and without reproaching, and it will be given him. Look how wonderful Yah is. Look how much of a balance he wants you to have. And he just right now, just right there. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yah, who is Yahweh, gives to all men generously.
Yeah.
So it's for the taking.
Yes, sir.
It's at your fingertips.
Yes, sir.
And you don't want it? Okay. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person must not suppose that a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways, will receive anything from the Most High Yah.
Yes.
So you thinking that you are unstable and you double-minded and you out of balance, that y'all was going to give you what you asking for? How many of y'all be sitting in here on your knees praying, when we praying individually, you praying to y'all for something, but you just flat out imbalanced. You should be praying to y'all for a balance.
There we go.
Some of y'all may be asking, hell, in a miss. Don't even realize it. Because you find yourself not guilty of being imbalanced. You're not going to repent for any sin that you don't call sin.
That's right. Yes.
It's just a fact, man. Let's just stop being crazy. You don't call it sin, so you're not going to repent for it. You're not going to pray over yourself. You're not going to ask for deliverance for it. You're not going to do any of this stuff. No, you're not. Because you don't see it as sin. You don't see it as transgression. You don't see it as against the Most High. So since you don't see it that way, and then especially when somebody tells you that's what it is, and you can't receive that that's what it is, you really far gone. Anybody ever thought that that's Yahweh giving you a hint? Since you can't see it? So since you can't see it, he gonna send Terrence to let me know.
Here we go.
If Catherine can't see it, send a sister to let her know. But whether they hear or whether they forbear, at least you saved yourself. They want to damn theirs, damn it, whatever. Now people like this, man, who are double-minded and unstable, there's one thing they ain't doing. And that's an introspection. They ain't doing an introspection. You better believe they ain't doing an introspection, man. An introspection is the examination of one's own conscious thoughts and feelings. Yeah, feelings. Observation or examination of one's own mental and emotional state.
Yes.
Mental processes, etc. The act of looking within oneself. Let me go back to this one now. Observation or examination of one's own mental and especially emotional state. Emotions are the devil. Emotions are the devil. Why keep worshiping the devil in your emotions? Why? Why?
Yep.
Some people are just too simple to realize it is Satan. Because they're in so much agreement that they believe it's them.
Yep.
No, that's me. And that devil just sitting here, we got the controls Like the Wizard of Oz and shit.
Yeah. Straight up.
You're a freaking puppet. A damn puppet. Just submitted to the devil's works. Any way he want to move you. Any way he want to walk you. Any way he want to move your arms. Any way he want to move your mind.
That's it.
Anything you actually say. He's a puppeteer.
Go.
When you don't want to check this shit here. The emotions.
Yes.
And your mental state.
There we go.
Very much. Yes.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I told y'all before. You ask Dick, man. We sitting here talking about ideas in this land. I say an idea. Hell no. No, Greg, we ain't doing that. Well, he ain't acting like that. I'm just saying. My brother's like, no. It's gonna stay the same, Greg. I'm like, alright. But I got expectation though. Cause I know by the time we start building shit, I'm gonna talk again. Hey, Elder, you sure you don't want to go too far? Nope. Okay. Alright. But I'm smiling the whole time. You know why? I'm checking this.
Yeah.
Just because he denied my idea, just because he denied what I'm saying or something like that, don't mean I'm going to sit there and get into an emotional state to where I'm going to allow the door to open. Rejection, come in here. My brother just hurt my feelings, man. Will you come in here, Rejection, real quick? Come on in and sit with me. Come on, Rejection, sup with me. No, I need Jesus to sit with me. I need Jesus to sup with me.
Yes.
Why am I open the door to Gluttony? Let Gluttony come on in. Oh, Greg will be all right, man. We got a good bottle of scotch sitting right there, man. Elder Mitchell told you that dumb old shit, so let's go ahead and sit down and have a drink together, man. Sad part about it, he ain't drinking shit. If I'm the one drinking it, something inside of me. I need to put that damn drink down and go print somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm just being honest.
Go.
Yeah.
But folks who are unstable, double-minded, they ain't doing this. They're just not doing it.
That's right.
And the sad part about it, they don't want to do it because they don't want to find out what they want. They don't want to find out what they can find out.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear it. And the sad, and even more sad is sometimes people know. The heart does know its own business, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So instead of just saying it out loud to yourself, sometimes you can't just do it mentally. Sometimes you just gotta say it out loud, man. Just say it to yourself. I go right back to Elder Mitchell's teaching when he said he'd go in the mirror and he'd rebuke himself. Huh?
Yep.
No different. Check yourself. So, people who don't do this, okay? People who don't do an introspection whatsoever at all, they're the ones who you have to deal with who are irrational. There's some irrational people.
Yeah.
Irrational, man. Without faculty of reason. Boy, that reason is a deep word. We're going to get on that. Without faculty of reason, deprived of reason. Now, man, you don't want to be deprived of reason. Without or deprived of, listen to this, normal mental clarity. Normal or sound judgment. So sound judgment is common sense. They say it's normal.
Yeah.
So you are abnormal when you don't have no kind of clarity of mind. You're abnormal when you don't have sound judgment. Because when you get judged, you don't like it.
Come on.
Especially when you can weigh in the balance and be like, damn, they right. But why can't you just go ahead and tell them that they right?
Yeah.
All you're going to do, you tell them that they right, you're going to free yourself from demonic strongholds. Irrational, you are not in accordance with reason. Boy, that's bad. Wait till we get to reason. You're going to find out that's bad. When you're irrational, you are not in accordance with reason. Not at all. Utterly illogical. Irrational arguments. Shit don't make sense.
I'll put you up there again.
You are not endowed with the faculty of reason. Man, and faculty is nothing more than the ability. You don't even have the ability. Natural or even acquired. So you can acquire this. You can acquire wisdom.
Exactly.
What are we reading Proverbs? All right,
Yes.
yes.
Simple love simplicity.
For a particular kind of action. Not mental assent, action. One of the powers of the mind.
Yes.
As memory, reason, or speech.
Yes.
That's pretty deep. Raise your hand, you're going to be irrational. Okay, I thought I was going to get somebody. I want my faculties to be about me. I want to be able to have the ability. I'll tell y'all something. I need Elder Mitchell and Deacon to rebuke me. I need them. I need them to rebuke me. I don't know everything. I'm humble enough to say that. But at least I know, rationally, not irrationally, but rationally, I know that they are looking and seeking out for my good.
Yes.
And that's a hurtful thing, man. When you know somebody trying to seek after your good, and you still won't listen. You don't know how much you think they hurting you, but you don't know how much you hurting them.
Yeah. Straight
Man, you don't know how much you hurting them. You just don't, man. So I'm gonna go over some of these what I call rejection issues. Everybody all right?
Let's go.
Hope I'm not boring y'all. Rejection issues. So if you're a rejected person, you feel unaccepted. But haven't come to terms that you already accepted by all those who are around you. You are already accepted in the beloved. You are already accepted. But you don't want to receive that you accepted. A rejected person cannot receive constructive criticism since they take everything as an attack rather than love.
Yes.
A rejected person can't receive love due to rejection. Now get this. They can't receive love due to rejection, so therefore they cannot give love either.
That's right.
Remember I was talking about that wall?
Yeah.
They build a wall to so-called guard their heart. Taking the scripture out of context. They want to guard their heart with this wall, but that wall, when you put a wall up, I mean, we put up some block wall deep. You really can't get too much shit in and out of those walls, huh? That's my through them.
No penetration.
So if you can't penetrate that block wall from the inside, you can't penetrate it from the outside. So everything that's jacking you up inside has a fortress to chill in. Yeah, I'm good. Oh shit, I'm good. This joke is so dumb. I'm making my abode right here in them. They put up a wall against everybody that love them. But although I hate that joker, they love me. So I'm in here and I can't get out, but I don't want to get out. But they can't get in.
Fortified.
So since they can't get in, I'm safe. That's the wicked spirit saying. Rejected person saying that shit. Boy, rejected person, boy, I'm telling you, that rejection is powerful, man. It's something else.
Insulating devils.
Insulating devils. There you go.
Yeah.
That's right, D. Just insulation, man. Y'all do get what insulation is, right?
Yes.
I love using the refinery, man. I learned a lot of shit in the refinery.
Yeah.
In the refinery, man, when you insulate a pipe may be up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. They'll burn you if you touch it. So you want to insulate that heat. You want to keep the heat in, so when somebody touch that pipe on accident, they're going to be all right. It keeps them from getting burnt.
Yeah.
Guess what? Some of that insulation is this thick. This thick on 1,200 pound steam.
Nice.
1,200. Let me tell y'all something. 1,200 pound steam will cut you. If it springs a leak, it will cut you. Just like the damn rejected person. As soon as you try to get in through that damn wall of theirs, they be lashing out to sting your ass and to cut you.
Yikes.
But they think it's them.
Yeah.
It's bad, man. A rejected person, look at what they'll do. This is some of the so-called attributes. Man, some of them make up stories that excites others in order to get that little moment and feeling of acceptance from others around them. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll make shit up. I'm sure we've all done that shit before. You see, you hear your homeboy right there talking, and next thing you know, man, what happened to me, man? I was getting chased by this dog. Man, I jumped higher than Michael Jordan over that thing, man. That's all I did. What? Yeah. Over that fence, that joker couldn't get me. Yeah, lying your ass off. They gonna probably be like, oh man, look at him, bro. That's badass, man. Yeah. And then next thing you know, it's gone. Your ass still rejected. That spirit's still in his own fortress.
Yep.
Knocking on the window. Not from the outside either. Good job. Oh, good job, man. Keep them jokers out there. I don't want nobody in here with me. So rejected, it impairs I skipped one. A rejected person will one up someone's testimony. Feeling like the praise of another person that another person is getting should be theirs as well. And I can do that too. I've always thought like that. Chris may come up with an idea. What if Christian's like, oh, I've done that for years. Ain't done that at all. But I gotta one him up. Don't make sense, man. Rejected people so rejected it impairs your judgment. especially the judgment of self.
Yes.
It impairs the judgment. Remember that gluttony definition where we went into being lavish and making light of, where you end up being simple. And when you're simple, you listen to any word. There you go. Your judgment's impaired. You listen to anything. Hell, you can listen to yourself although you ain't right.
Shit, yeah.
I'm just saying. Rejected people, rejection issues, still offended by the past. Still offended by the past offense so much that they can't fully forgive. So when someone who actually loves you tries to love you, you're stuck in fear of the past hurt returning again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You so afraid of feeling that again that you're not active. You're not active at all. You're like, oh shit,
That's true.
So when you are sitting here and you are afraid of the past hurt returning again, don't get pissed off when it does return again.
Yep.
Because a rejected person will be like, I knew it.
Yep.
When their greatest fears come upon them. And the only reason the fears come to pass is because of their inactivity.
Yes.
Look no further than Job. How can Yah give you the desires of your heart when you're inactive and won't meet his conditions? How? Guess what? Let me tell y'all something. If you rejected as hell and you're afraid of the past hurt coming to return and get you, what are you doing to prevent that? What are you doing to prevent that? The main reason why you're afraid of that past hurt coming is because of this one. You do not take responsibility for your part in that hurt, in that pain, in that issue of the past. You're a blame shifter. It's everybody else's issue. That's why you're inactive. Because you won't even take responsibility for your damn self. Don't even realize that this mindset is keeping them back, keeping people who think like this, rejected folks who think like that don't take responsibility for the shit that they caused. They don't realize that this mindset is keeping them back from their own heart's desires and blessings from the Most High Yah. Don't even realize that. You got people who ain't got the desire for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years, 15 years. They ain't got none of the desires of their heart because they are too far being inactive, and won't take responsibility for this to where they can prevent the return. So my point is, you rejected as hell, and there's a particular fear of something that happened a while back, whether it's with somebody or a group of people, and you're afraid of it coming back again. You need to blame nobody further than yourself. Because while everybody else is elevating and overcoming, you still fear the past returning to you. So guess what? Again, read Job. Ain't these things written aforetime for our learning? So the very thing you fear can come upon you. But when rejection does, as soon as that shit you fear come upon you, I knew it. Rejection will sit there and make you look at them as if they're the enemy. When you the damn enemy. So that same damn fear you had, I don't want him to hurt me again like he did this many years ago. Oh, really? Well, guess what? The shit might happen again now because you ain't done shit all this time to prevent yourself from having this issue happen again. What have you done? What have you done to prepare yourself to not be hurt again? Matter of fact, why don't you just overcome the hurt and pain? Overcome that shit right now. Walk in the newness of life. Show forth some fruit. And you ain't have to even worry about that no more. That spirit gonna be like, man, just too damn clean in here, man. I gotta go find somebody else who's gonna let me sit here.
Yeah.
And he'll leave your ass. And guess what? You'll be a whole lot more free.
Oh yeah. Straight up.
Those of which who was in Houston with me. We had a lot of single sisters in the house, huh?
Yeah.
We had Sister Bonnie live with us. We had Sister Constance live with us. We had Talia living with us. You know what I'm saying? All of them married now.
Hallelujah.
In that house, overcame so much.
Hallelujah.
Overcame a lot. My sister Bonnie, man, we all missed her when she was gone. When she took off, when she got married to Elder Rufus. But she was a good example of somebody who overcame shit like this. You know, a woman that's been hurt in the recent past, coming into the faith, being hurt, but overcoming that. Lost over 100 pounds in less than a year.
Hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying? And one of my favorite phrases she used to always say in the house when them sisters start acting the fool was, I ain't got time for that.
Oh,
Nice.
I got y'all up there looking at me. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for this. So when you gonna tell this devil you ain't got no more time for him?
Nice.
All these damn fears and stuff.
Straight up.
See, a laundry list of rejection like this here will keep your ass bound.
Yeah.
And it'll keep you so bound that even, it don't matter if it's 10, 20 years later, you still in the same damn state. The same person you saw 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago should not be the same person you see today.
True.
But that's all you're seeing. They inactive as hell. Just being real. Totally inactive. And if you're going to be inactive, okay? If you're going to be inactive, man, at least do yourself a favor and be honest with yourself. I don't really feel like working out. I was feeling bad about myself. I was like, man, I am out of shape. This computer got me jacked up. I was telling all y'all that, huh? Asking these brothers about their routine, but guess what I did? I had to bite the bullet. Then I go to the gym with you, T.
Yes, sir.
Finally.
Yes, sir.
I said, man, I'm gonna give me a gym membership right now. I gotta get it. I'm letting all this stress and stuff get the best of me, man. My brothers helped me out in deliverance. That sounds like activity to me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to overcome this junk. Brothers help me in deliverance, and as soon as they help me in deliverance, I say, hey, I gotta hold this deliverance.
Yes.
I can't be inactive and hold my deliverance. I gotta be active and hold this deliverance.
Yeah, that's true.
Went my ass back home, went and got the membership. Oh, Greg, you can do it online. Guess what? That right there is a door. I can walk through that door. You know what? He just gave me a way I can go ahead and get this done. Let me get on the computer right now. He sent me the link. Now, mind you, again, what I said earlier, when you sitting there giving people a bone, man, and they don't take it, that feels bad for you because you're trying to help that person out.
Yeah.
And when they don't take it, when they don't do it, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So with T sitting there, he sent me everything I need. I said, I'm about to get active. How am I gonna look? I'm sitting here before y'all, but I can't even sit there and do the same thing I'm trying to keep y'all from doing.
Yeah.
I'd be a hypocrite. Well, I got that gym out, so up. Got home. I ain't worked out in so long, got home and threw up. I did. I felt it coming too. I say, Carell. She go, yes, sir. I think I'll throw up. Carell's like, oh, no. Oh. I say, lay hands on me, woman. Carell came, put her hands on my belly. The kingdom of Yah is coming on you. Lay hands on me, man. I looked at Carell, I said, hey. She said, yeah. I said, thank you for laying hands. I think I know which way it's coming though. The way it was supposed to come.
Yes.
And she goes, oh, Master, you threw up. I said, it's okay, it's good.
Good work.
It's telling me where I'm at.
Yeah.
That was to me, I took that as, I'm not going to let some spirit get into me like, oh, you see, you threw up. You don't want to keep doing that. I said, okay, 10. When you going back to the gym? 11? 10? 10? Okay, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
Went right back in there and we busted, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Active, man. Active. When somebody's trying to help you be active and you want to be inactive, what you doing to that person? That's what you need to think about.
Yeah.
That person like, why am I wasting my time? I got a family or I got work out here I could be doing. I got things I can help the ministry on.
Yeah.
Shit. Why am I gonna sit here and help you out and you can't even be helped? You don't even want to be helped.
Yeah.
You just doing this shit out of obligation. You're not doing it because it's in your heart.
Yeah.
That's kind of shit that this does. This rejection and this gluttony crap. And when you let both of them get the best of you, damn it, man, you about done for. You better do something while you're breathing.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep that here too long, so let me go ahead and go to reason. Reason was so big, I had to just break it down, okay?
Yeah.
So y'all forgive me. Man, you go in that brown driver bridge, you go anywhere with reason is deep. So I just have to break it down. I'm not gonna stay on it too long, man.
Good boy.
I ain't gonna stay on it too long, okay? I'm gonna try not to. I say that too many times. Chris probably smiling like, Greg, you said it too much, brother. I ain't gonna be before you long, then you're here for another hour or two. Reason. A basis or cause. As for some belief, action, fact, event, etc. A statement presented in justification or explanation of a belief or action. Sufficient cause as produced by a situation that makes an act, feeling, etc. So after I got through all three of those, that's more like dictionary type stuff. The mental powers concerned with forming conclusions, judgments, inferences. That inferences goes back to Deke's last teaching. When he was talking about he went back and revisited the courts, right? And told us how the court system is. This right here, inferences, is really another word for saying the mental powers concerned with forming conclusions, judgments with evidence. The evidence of such. You know what I'm saying? Some folks sit there and, say it again?
Inferring.
Yeah, inferring. They infer. But you're bringing the evidence of it. When you have reason, let's say Deacon's like, man, this NFT stuff is pretty good, man. But guess what? He got data to back it up.
Yeah.
So I look at him, I didn't know a thing or two. Elder got Terrence over here. Terrence and Kiera, they the workout gurus. I've asked them questions all the time. But guess what? They have the evidence and the experience of such. So why wouldn't I not do that? I can infer to them because, hell, they don't need evidence for me. I see the evidence on them.
Yeah.
Them two been through a lot, but I used to talk to him all the time, man. When they was living with me, they've been through a lot. They've been through workouts and stuff like that. They've been through all kind of shit. I've seen Kiera have children and it just come on down. That's sad shit, man, when a single woman can't do that same shit. So what the hell holding you back? Oh, I think I know. See, when you have a family, man, things are a little more important to you. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth. But that inferring, man, that's man, you bring forth that evidence. That's evidence right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk. Sound judgment, good sense is reason. The normal, man, there go that normal again. The normal or sound powers of mind, sanity.
Yes.
In philosophy, the faculty. We have visited faculty already, which is the ability or power of acquiring intellectual knowledge, either by direct understanding of first principles or by argument. In other words, man, me and you going at it, we don't agree. But we're going to come to a common ground. Somebody right and somebody wrong. Whatever you do, don't argue with theirs. You ain't going to win. That's my brother, man. I love him. But I know one thing. You're going to learn some shit.
Oh, yeah.
The power of intelligent and dispassionate thought or of conduct influenced by such thought. Now, mind you, listen to what that said. The power of intelligent and dispassionate thought. It's not that you're not passionate about the subject, but your dispassion is going to keep you from getting into a fight with somebody.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You're going to be verbal or physical. You're not going to get super passionate. You're just going to come and you're going to infer with evidence. You're going to sit there and make your arguments. You'll sit right. PastorDowell says he has evidence of that, right? Because PastorDowell says, look behind me. But when you look behind him and you see it's true, I mean, what you going to do?
Yeah.
Just saying. The faculty, again, or ability by which the ideas of pure reason are created. Listen to these. Actions. To think or argue in a logical manner. Some people can't even argue in a logical manner. They don't even have the evidence of nothing. They just pissed off and their feelings is hurt. That's it. No evidence of nothing.
That's right.
It's just feelings. When us brothers be arguing at the house, man, me and Dad's on it, man, show me who. We asking for evidence.
That's bad.
Man, that's BS, man. Name somebody who did that. What year you did that shit? Don't even start. Don't start with me. What year you did that? Never lying, man. To bring or argue in a logical manner. To form conclusions, judgments, inferences from facts or premises. Just saying. To urge reasons which should determine belief or action. To think things through logically, like a problem. To conclude or infer. To conceive, persuade, etc. by reason. Reason's deep. We go deeper than that. But for the lack of time, we're going to just go ahead and go here.
Here we go.
Okay? And we're going to be pretty much almost at the end of this. Fourth Maccabees. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Ain't nobody got a spirit of pride make them go to bed?
Nope.
Because if you're going to go to bed, man, just go ahead and stand up. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Check this out, man. First Maccabees. I'm going to go ahead and go through this so we can go ahead and eat and everything. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody impacted a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all good? Fourth Maccabees 1 through 4. The subject that I'm about to discuss is most philosophical. That is, whether devout reason, just defined it, is sovereign over your emotions.
Yes.
So it is right for me to advise you to pay earnest attention to philosophy, for the subject is essential to everyone who is seeking knowledge. And in addition, it includes the praise of the highest virtue. Sorry, I want virtue. So I'm about to watch this. I mean, of course, rational judgment. If, then, it is evident that reason rules over those emotions that hinder self-control, namely gluttony and lust, it is also clear that it masters the emotions that hinder one from justice, such as malice, and those that stand in the way of courage, namely anger, fear, pain, all these things.
Yep.
We're going to go over to 13 through 35. Our inquiry, according, is whether reason is sovereign over the emotions. We shall decide just what reason is, and what emotion is. How many kinds of emotions there are, and whether reason rules over these. Now, reason is the mind, that with sound logic prefers the life of wisdom. Yeah, it does. Wisdom, next, is the knowledge of divine and human matters and the causes of these. This, in turn, is education in the law.
Yes.
By which we learn divine matters reverently and human affairs to our advantage. Now, the kinds of wisdom are rational judgment, justice, courage, self-control. If you're a glutton and you remain a glutton, you don't have self-control. You don't even have the courage to squeeze that damn spirit out of you.
Yeah.
Rational judgment is supreme over all of these, since by means of it, reason rules over the emotions. It's really talking a lot about these emotions, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It wants you to, in this passage, the author wants you to overcome your emotions, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
The two most comprehensive types of emotions are pleasure and pain. And each of these is by nature concerned with the body and soul. The emotions of both pleasure and pain have many consequences. Thus desire precedes pleasure, and delight follows it. Fear precedes pain, and sorrow comes after it. Anger, as a person will see by reflecting on this experience, is an emotion embracing pleasure and pain. In pleasure, there exists even a malevolent tendency, which is most complex of all the emotions. Didn't we read earlier that, I forgot what definition it was, but it's like lacking complexity. You know what I'm saying? In the soul, it is boastfulness, covetousness, thirst for honor. We talked about that.
Yep.
People who desire and are gluttonous for power and position. Rivalry. Didn't I say don't you gluttonous for revenge?
Yeah.
That's your rival? You want your rival to feel the same pain you felt?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, why is he your rival? Matter of fact, how about this? Go ask him if you're his rival. If he says no, then what the hell you doing?
Yeah.
Sitting there like a dog running after his tail, just chasing your damn self because you got a spirit inside of you, and you just like a top when you twist it on the table, just spinning.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you. Rivalry and malice in the body, indiscriminate eating, overeating, gluttony. You see, they got those both split.
Yeah.
You got indiscriminate eating, and then you got gluttony. Why? Because we got a lot of stuff that gluttony covers.
Yeah.
And solitary gormandizing, which is also eating too damn much.
Oh, yeah.
Can't put a knife to your throat like Ciroc 31 said.
Yeah.
Just gotta have it. So much so you probably take somebody else's food. We had to do like that at Shell, man. When I was working in the refinery, you can bring you can put a lock on your lunchbox.
Wow.
Y'all think I am not playing.
Boy, boy.
This dude will go in the refrigerator and take your shit if it seems pleasurable to him,
Man.
and act like he didn't do it. Crazy, man. Just as pleasure and pain are two plants growing from the body, listen to this, and the soul, so there are many offshoots of these plants, each of which the master cultivator, the master cultivator, reason, weeds and prunes and ties up and waters and thoroughly irrigates, and so tames. Listen, oh boy, listen to this. It tames the jungle of habits and emotions. It will tame it. For reason is the guide of virtues, but over the emotions it is sovereign. Just having reason, man. Just to be a reasonable person. Y'all all right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't believe this. It cut off. Boy, I tell you. You still got it, huh? Thank you. I'm about to take yours.
Let's enjoy it.
I know. I got y'all. I got jokes. Observe now, first of all, that rational judgment is sovereign over the emotions by virtue of the restraining power of self-control.
Yes.
Self-control then is dominance over desires. Some desires are mental, others are physical, and reason obviously rules over both. Otherwise, how is it that when we are attracted to forbidden foods, we abstain from them, we abstain from the pleasure to be had from them? Is it not because reason is able to rule over our appetites? I, for one, think so. Therefore, we can crave seafood and fowl and animals and all sorts of foods that are forbidden to us by the law. We abstain because of the domination by reason.
Yes.
For the emotions of the appetites are restrained, checked by the temperate mind, and all the impulses of the body are bridled by reason. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Now, 4th Maccabees chapter 2, the whole one. Y'all can read it yourselves if you want. Or do y'all want me to go into it?
Go into it. It's just as good.
Glory to the King. Just make sure y'all's patience ain't wore out. I'm making sure I'm not messing up my phone. Messed up. And why is it amazing, chapter 2 now, okay, that the desires of the mind for the enjoyment of beauty are rendered powerless? It is for this reason, certainly, that the temperate Joseph, our forefather, is praised, because by mental effort, he overcame sexual desire. For when he was young and in his prime for intercourse, by his reason he nullified the frenzy of the passions. Not only is reason proved to rule over the frenzied urge of sexual desire, but also over every desire.
Here we go.
Thus the law says, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife or anything that is your neighbor's. In fact, since the law has told us not to covet, I could prove to you all the more that reason is able to control desires. Just so it is with emotions that hinder one from justice. Otherwise, how could it be that someone who is habitually a solitary gourmandizer, a glutton, or even a drunkard can learn a better way? They can learn a better way by reason, unless reason is clearly Lord over the emotions. So since that reason is clearly Lord over the emotions, you can overcome all this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thus, as soon as one adopts a way of life, listen to this. Thus, as soon as one adopts a way of life in accordance with the law, even though a lover of money, with the law, even though a lover of money, one is forced to act contrary to the natural ways, to lend without interest to the needy, and to cancel the debt when the 7th year arrives. If one is greedy, one is ruled by the law through reason, so that one neither gleans the harvest nor gathers the last grapes of the vineyard. In all other matters, we can recognize that reason rules the emotions, for the law prevails even over affection for parents, so that virtue is not abandoned for their sakes. It is superior to the love for one's wife, so that one rebukes her when she breaks the law.
Yes.
I'm sorry, man. Carell, no. She break the law, go out to the side, to the left, or to the right. All that reason gonna be in my head to rebuke her. It is sovereign over the relationship of friends, so that one rebukes friends when they act wickedly. Do not consider it paradoxical when reason, through the law, can prevail over enmity. The fruit trees of the enemy are not cut down, but one preserves the property of enemies from marauders and helps raise up what has fallen. Almost done. It is evident that reason rules even the more violent emotions. Lust for power, what we talked about. Lust for power, vainglory, boasting, arrogance, and malice. For the temperate mind repels all these malicious emotions, just as it repels anger. It repels it. For it is sovereign over even this. When Moses was angry with Dathan and Abiram, he did nothing against them in anger, but he controlled his anger by reason. For as I have said, the temperate mind is able to get the better of the emotions, to correct some and to render others powerless.
Yes.
So you can render gluttony powerless. You can render rejection powerless. You can literally render all this stuff powerless if you just use logical thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Why else did Jacob, our most wise father, censor the household of Simon and Levi for their irrational slaughter of the entire tribe of the Shechemites, saying, "Cursed be their anger"? For if reason could not control anger, he would not have spoken this. Now when Yahweh fashioned man, he planted in them emotions and inclinations, but at the same time he enthroned the mind among them with senses as a sacred governor over all of them. To the mind he gave the law.
Yes.
To the mind he gave the law. And one who lives subject to this will rule a kingdom that is temperate, just, good, and courageous.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Pretty deep.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
Those are kind of long, but they're very impactful. Very impactful. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Do not be consumed by feelings and emotions. Stop being friends with rejection. Gluttony, be it physical or mental, will destroy you if you allow it. Last passage, Sirach 1, 16 through 18. To fear Yah is fullness of wisdom, and fills men with their fruits, with her fruits. She fills all their house with things desirable, and the garners with her increase. The fear of Yah is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health. Totally opposite what gluttony does.
Oh, yeah.
Making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of Yah. And it enlarges their rejoicing that love him.
Yes.
Do not be overtaken by any gluttonous spirits, rejection spirits that's causing you to be stagnant, and you can't rise up above yourself just because you think that spirit is you.
Yeah.
Because that spirit ain't forgot what he is.
Oh, yeah.
Only thing is that you forgot.
That's true.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I bless his name
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
and thank him so much.